All right, y'all. Welcome to Street Church. Congregation, come on in. And for first time visitors, welcome, welcome, welcome. Look, we got us a chilly day in Michigan. It's not too warm. It's not freezing cold, but you can have a jacket on. Y'all see me with my Michigan jacket. All right, look, let's get into this video. A couple weeks ago, a young black man by the name of Christopher Gilbert, age 26, aspiring to be a doctor who had just received his master's degree. Young black man who couldn't swim was pushed into the lake at, let's see where that was located at, Farmerville, Louisiana, near the Arkansas border, right? It was a restaurant that had a lake on it where you could, enjoy yourself at the restaurant and then go have a swim. Seemed like a nice place to have recreational, have recreation at. He was pushed into a lake. It is alleged that the people or the person who pushed him was well aware that Christopher could not swim. Now, he, after being in the water for 10 minutes, I don't know at what time one of them decided to, jump in there and get him, but it should have been under a minute. When they seen that he was not able to swim, there's video of them just sitting around looking into the water. So that 10 minutes to me is the telltale and should be the conviction in trial for the person responsible for pushing them. And I think that the other people that just sat around should be locked up too, because that's participation. And if they go at it trying to defend the person who pushed them, that's accessory. Because you better tell everything that you know, because anything that you omit, don't tell, try to cover up is accessory. And you should be locked up for being an accessory to the fact. You are an accomplice. Now, it was a good Samaritan that came and got him out that water from the restaurant. So it took a good Samaritan after this man being underwater for 10 minutes, almost 10 minutes, to come and jump in that water and get him out. Not play around, know the seriousness of the situation. And you mean to tell me the people who were supposed to be his friends, who he was at that lake with, didn't realize that it shouldn't have never took 10 minutes to know he was in danger? Or was it malicious? Like, were you trying to see him drown out of jealousy for his accomplishments? Listen, for him to be 26 years old, his mom spoke in the report that I read, right? The news report that I read online. His mom spoke, and it doesn't seem like his mom is a deadbeat. It seems like his mom was in his life. So I'm gonna tell you how I'm gonna lay it all out. This is Street Church. We're gonna lay it all out here. This was a successful young black man in Louisiana. Where he probably lived, the majority was probably Caucasian. Okay? Do you understand what I'm saying? And I don't care what nobody say. Y'all can get in my comments talking all that crap if you want to. This is Street Church. I'm going to lay it all out. In some instances, when minorities move into rural and suburban areas, white people like to flex. I experienced it myself. They like to flex. They like to let you know that you're a minority, that you are not the norm, you're the exception. They like to make you feel like that. And a lot of times they like to make you feel as much as possible that you're not really wanted in them areas in their life. And they can pretend to be friends with you and turn on you just like that. I experienced it because I have been in these areas with people. And I'm going to tell you another thing too that get even deeper. Sometimes the people that invite you out there want you to meet the people that'll turn on you. It's like it's a setup. A lot of times they trying to masquerade you around as their one token black friend that they got, or they want you to meet all their, for some reason, a-hole relatives and a-hole friends who are racist and bigots. I don't know why it's like that. I don't know why they do it. Because a lot of times with white people, they come into, like they have to live, what I'm saying, for whatever reason, they live in our areas and we treat them like family very quickly. And we know that they're not the norm, they're exceptions to the rules. And we don't treat them bad. I got some racist family that's black that don't like white people. But it's for those reasons right here where this young man got treated because he's black. He got treated. In the hood, you know how they say they gonna treat somebody? He got treated to bigotry and prejudice and hate for him being black and being smart. And he probably was the kind of person that was quick with his tongue, very sharp, very smart, very astute, very keen. And this was the one time that they could exploit that with his one weakness that he probably had, which was that he can't swim. And so somebody tried to be malicious and say, yeah, you think you're so smart. Boom, you can't swim, though. That's what they did. It's exactly what they did. And they would have let him drown because ain't no way you left him in there for 10 minutes. So they just thought to let him drown. And they would have said he fell in if he wasn't living, but he living. That's what they was trying to do. They was trying to leave him in there long enough to drown. But God, hallelujah, all merciful God, allow him to live just so we can see how evil people are and how sometimes white people can be racist and so can black people. But this incident is about a bunch of white people allowing a young black man to drown who was supposed to be his friend. Supposed to be his friends, plural. And if you look at the video and you look at the picture, they're looking into the water, but nobody is concerned. How are you going to look into the water for 10 minutes? Just look into the water. In the picture, the image of them is all of them looking down. And one is just sitting back with their elbows like they just waiting for the time that they think he'll drown and we can just say he fell in. And they called his mom crying that he had fell in. But further investigation proved that he was pushed in. So what that was is when they took them to the side individually, somebody's story cracked. And they had to admit that they pushed him in. Now they saying it's horseplay, right? Because they done went and got their lawyers, and now they have to fight these criminal charges that's coming as horseplay. But like the lawyer of the young man who miraculously, not remarkably, they're going to say remarkable in the report. No, he miraculously, by the grace of God, the creator who created him, who knew his purpose, knew what he was supposed to be from birth and allowed him to still come out of being brain dead. This boy was brain dead. He was left in the water so long. He was brain dead. They thought it was over, that they would be able to just say he fell in. But he was brain dead. But he wasn't brain dead at all. Now he's done recovered so much so where he's eating again and he's recovering. I don't think he's talking yet, but whatever he can write down when he gets to full strength, he will tell his story. And it will be malicious. And the things that he will have to talk about will show you what I am saying about some of the racism and prejudice and bigotry that exist now, that's present. And people need to quit overlooking it. And we just need to admit that it still exists, it's still prevalent, and it's still strong in this country, in the United States of America. Don't make this country just totally bad and totally wicked. I ain't no liberal. I'm not no Democratic. I'm not no lefty or nothing like that. This is not to say that people got white privilege, right? Like inherently. But there are some people who have white privilege and they embrace it in a negative, evil, wicked way. Some embrace that. And they think that they are privileged because of the color of their skin. Yes, they do. And there's some who claim to try to lessen that and dismiss that being that way. They are the ones who are just as prejudiced and bigot. And you know who it is. And you can tell who it is. But I digress. I'm just going to say this. May he make a full and speedily recovery and be able to tell his story. And I know that, man, every day they regret what they did because he didn't die like they wanted him to die so that they could say he just fell in. So it could be their story and only their story and only their narrative. Like their lawyer, like his lawyer said, his mom's lawyer who got them a lawyer, we when we trying to fight something, we say what we see fit to say, and they trying to say it's horseplay, but they charging them. You know what I'm saying? They pursuing criminal intent, and they should, because it was criminal intent, because it was malicious, it was harsh, and it was vicious horseplay, and I'm just giving them a break with that. Really, it could have just been malicious and just evil intent altogether. But it had to do with race. It definitely had to do with race. And it also had to do with hatred for that young man having the social and economical status that he probably had. He probably was well off. He's definitely smart. He got his master's degree. He was smart, intelligent, like I said in the beginning, keen, quick, probably witty with the mouth. And they decided to get one on him. And it turned ugly. And they was willing to let him die. Because they didn't see it as murder. They just seen it as getting back at somebody who they probably grown to be resentful towards. So when he thought they were friends, they were really his enemies. And that's sad. That's sad. That's sad. Very sad. That's my take on this. There's going to be updates because he's recovering, thank God. And I can't wait to update y'all to hear from him, to finally hear from him, whether it's him vocally being able to speak one day or just what he's going to write about the incident, because he's getting strong enough to at least write about it. So thank God that for that Good Samaritan. His mom is planning on suing the restaurant because she felt like there was not enough restrictions, and they made it too. They made alcohol too accessible for them to be able to drink and then go out to the lake. You see what I'm saying? Which, yeah, that's negligence. That's grounds for a lawsuit. So yeah, she should get money from the restaurant, and she should be able to sue the parents of these, she should be able to sue the people involved. They should get criminal charges put against them, all of that, and a bag of chips. Listen, this is Street Church. Don't forget to like, subscribe, share, comment. Let me know what y'all think about this. Did race play a part? Or it didn't? However, just comment. Let me know what y'all think. Run the views up. Get you some merch down below. I got t-shirts. I got hoodies. I got long sleeve tees. I got coffee mugs, water bottles, and all kinds of stuff down there. So go to the merch store, get you some merch. This is Street Church. I'm letting the congregation out. God bless.